Squats are completely overrated for leg growth. Before the comment section explodes with idiots complaining, relax, this isn't a skip squats forever video and talk about how it's some inferior exercise. That's one approach. But if you still believe squats are the main driver of leg size, you're probably leaving a lot of growth on the table. Because the uncomfortable truth is, most people don't have big legs because they squat, not solely because of the squat. They have big legs because they train hard, get close to failure, and progressively overload the movements that actually fit their training style, their body structure, etc. And squats, that's just one option in a very big toolbox. It's not the king, it's not the gatekeeper, and it's definitely not the only real leg builder. It's just one tool that just happens to be used by a lot of fucking people. Today, I want to break down why squats are not the only path to leg growth, why machines, single leg work still matters and probably matters a lot more than people care to admit, and how they can actually aid in hypertrophy. And to be clear and upfront, obviously, I squat, I enjoy squatting, I program squats, and beginners should absolutely learn how to properly squat with a barbell. But the idea that squats are the only way to build big legs, that's where the argument falls apart. So, the big misconception about leg growth is that you confuse an exercise with a result. People think squats equal big legs, bench press equals big chest, deadlifts, big posterior and big back. But hypertrophy doesn't really work like that. Muscle growth comes down to a few key drivers: mechanical tension, using enough load, using enough volume, your proximity to failure, and progressive overload over time. That's it. Not the exercise name, not the barbell, not the dumbbell, not whether it's functional or not. If a movement allows you to load a muscle hard, take it close to failure, and progress it over time, it can build muscle. Now, here's where squats get misunderstood. Squats are a great movement, but they're not magic for quad growth compared to other exercise that hit the same muscles with equal or possibly even better stimuli. And that's where leg presses, split squats, hack squats, and various machines come into play. Because for many lifters, those exercises let you get closer to failure safely, keep tension on the targeted muscle, reduce technical and structural limitations, and increase local fatigue where it matters. In other words, they do the job better for hypertrophy than a classic barbell squat would. Now let's be careful here. Squats aren't necessarily bad, but they're often overrated for one specific reason. People assume load on the bar equals muscle growth, but squats are limited to multiple factors. Number one would be skill and coordination. Squats are technical. If you're focused on balance, bracing, depth, and bar path, that's mental bandwidth that you're using that's going to allow you to stay further away from failure, especially someone that is less advanced. Number two would be systemic fatigue. Squats crush your whole body: low back, your core, hamstrings, glutes, your CNS, your breathing, your bracing. You might stop the set solely because you're out of breath, not because your quads are necessarily done. Number three, load distribution isn't always optimal. Depending on your leverages, some people can turn squats into hip dominant lifts. Some people might get more back and posterior fatigue than a quad stimulus. And some people just can't reach a deep quad stretch without some sort of compensation from other joints, such as their ankles. So then what happens? You think you train legs hard, but you actually just survived a heavy squat workout. That's not the same thing as hypertrophying your legs. Now, look, what actually builds big legs? Let's simplify everything. If your goal is leg growth, ask only this: can I take this movement close to failure with enough load and progression? If yes, it builds muscle. That includes squats, leg press, hack squats, Bulgarian split squats, lunges, leg extensions, Smith machine squats. And here's the key point: for hypertrophy, machines kind of often win. Why? Because they remove limiting factors. On a leg press, there's no balance required, no spinal fatigue limitation, it's a more stable setup, and easier to push near failure safely. On a split squat, you have a massive range of motion, huge quad and glute stretch, high tension on each leg, easy to push close to failure without systemic burnout. On something like a leg extension, it's pure quad isolation, there's zero technique barrier, and direct failure training, you can get pretty damn close. So if the growth is your goal, why would you pretend that squats are automatically superior? Because honestly, they're not. They're just one option. Now let's bring it all back to reality. I'm not saying to stop squatting, as I said in the introduction. Squats absolutely have value. They build general lower body strength, they load a lot of muscle at once, develop coordination and bracing, and they're obviously a great foundational pattern. And for beginners, squats are very important. Why? Because beginners need movement literacy to understand how their body moves, basic strength patterns, confidence under load, and full body coordination. So, yes, beginners should definitely be squatting. But here's the key difference: beginners should squat to learn and build a base. And I would say that carries into intermediate as well. But definitely not because squats are the only way to grow legs. Once you understand progression and effort, you can build insane legs without making squats your main movements week after week. So, what is the real driver of hypertrophy? Let's strip everything down to what actually matters. The biggest driver is going to be taking a muscle close to failure with sufficient load consistently over time. Not ego lifting, not exercise dogma of your selection, not compound versus isolation debates. If you look at advanced lifters with massive legs, you'll notice something. They do all of these things: hard sets, take their sets to failure, progressive overload, high effort execution, and enough weekly volume to grow. Some squat heavy, some barely squat at all. But they all train hard enough that the muscle has no choice but to adapt. And that's going to be the real secret. Not squats, it's going to be effort. So let me make this practical for you. In my own training, I squat, but they're not the centerpiece of my leg growth. And even if they were, that just means I found a tool that my legs respond well to. And they're just a tool in a rotation. A typical lower body setup might be a squat variation or a hinge variation, and then I would do some single leg work or a secondary squat variation or hinge variation, and then some single leg work, then some isolations like things that mimic a leg extension or hamstring curl, and then some additional core work or even posterior chain work. And here's the thing: if I relied on squats to do all the work, that would be incredibly inefficient. Instead, I use squats for building the squat movement pattern. Then I use other exercises to overload those muscles, such as single leg work for stability and range of motion. Then there's isolation work that I take really close to failure because it's less stressful. This combination, in my opinion, builds far better legs than squats alone ever will. So, beginner mistakes you can make when trying to build your legs. Most beginners mess this up in two ways. Number one is only squatting. They think if I squat more, my legs will grow. Since squatting already seems to be growing my legs, so I'll just only do that. So they end up squatting 2, 3 times a week, but never push anything close enough to failure to see results. And what are those results? Just stalled growth. Mistake number two is avoiding squats completely, which is the opposite problem. They jump straight to machines and never build any stability, coordination, or basic movement patterns. The result? They miss out on foundational movement skills. And the solution is simple for these people: just learn squats, use machines, train close to failure, and progress everything. Not an either or approach. Do something in between. Do both. So if you want a simple framework for a leg workout, pick 4 to 5 movements. Like I mentioned before, it's very simple. I'll break them down right here: a squat or a hinge pattern, a leg press or a hack squat, then a Bulgarian split squat or a lunge, a leg extension, and then a hamstring curl variation. Then apply this rule to them: 2 to 4 hard sets per workout, the 6 to 15 rep range. The last 1 to 3 reps should be very hard, and then add reps or weight weekly. That's it. No magic exercise, no obsession with what exercises you're doing, just progressive overload and effort. So, are squats enough for leg growth? Are they overrated? Yes and no. They're overrated if you think that's the only way you can build size, but they're valuable if you understand what they actually are. It's a tool, not a requirement, not a religion, because in the end, your legs don't grow from squats. They grow from hard sets taken to failure over and over again with enough progression that your body has no choice but to adapt. Everything else is just details. So if you like this video, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, class is dismissed.